Here goes nothing.
Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Part 4 will be coming on December 31st. Here's everything you need to know before watching the final season.
What happened here?
We last left Greendale in a pretty precarious spot. There was a time jump of sorts after Sabrina was entombed in stone that showed a future after decades had gone by and the Green Man had pollinated the town, turning everyone into Last of Us flavored flower zombies. Everyone Sabrina knew or loved, except her cousin Ambrose, had died or been mutated.
Come with me.
But all was not lost. Thanks to some funky time travel, Sabrina from the future was able to travel back in time and take her past self's place, armed with the knowledge of the plant-based apocalypse.
You'll all die.
How do you know that?
While all this time traveling did prevent the world from falling to the Green Man and his cultists, it also created a time paradox in which there were two Sabrinas.
I know.
One from the future who had traveled back and one from the present who was actually supposed to be there. And, in natural Sabrina fashion, they decided to team up and try to have their cake and eat it too, by sending one Sabrina to take the throne in hell while the other goes back to Greendale to pretend like nothing had happened.
Is that weird? No.
While everyone was watching the dust clear from the near miss with the plant zombies, Faustus Blackwood was able to snatch the egg of the Deep One he summoned early in Part 3 and use it to summon the Eldritch Terrors,
I am your vessel.
which will be Part 4's main conflict. The show will culminate into a finale titled At the Mountains of Madness, a reference to the famous cosmic horror novella by H.P. Lovecraft.
That can't be good.
Of course, you can expect to see some familiar faces. Despite the near miss with the very, very bleak future that time-traveling Sabrina was able to circumvent, the Fright Club is totally fine. The club has actually gained some new blood.
What the hell does that mean?
Jonathan Whitesell will be reprising his role as Robin Goodfellow, the hobgoblin formerly part of Professor Carcosa's Phantasmagoria, the pagan coven responsible for the whole Green Man debacle, and is expected to be the crew's 5th member in Part 4.
You're enjoying this.
Being back in action? Yeah.
There's obviously gonna be some drama. While Sabrina might not be able to formally cross over with Riverdale beyond name drops and winks, it still carries the grand Riverdale tradition of non-stop teenage breakups and makeups.
Nick?
And season 4 is likely to be no different. Sabrina and her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Nick Scratch, ended Part 3 very much in the breakup phase, but there still may be hope for them in the future.
No one has really set Nick's heart on fire like Sabrina. So there will always be that special spot in his heart, and I think deep down he knows that there's something really special about her, but he's lost and confused right now, so he's got to do some wandering before any sort of clarity is found.
Meanwhile, Harvey and Roz seem to be doing pretty okay in their somewhat awkward, given Harvey and Sabrina's history together, relationship. Also, Theo's hobgoblin crush Robin has decided to stay in Greendale, so we can expect to see more from the two of them in Part 4.
Okay.
In the adult relationship corner, we can expect to see Zelda and Mambo Marie's connection develop further. There's also Lucifer and Lilith to keep in mind, who don't have what anyone would call a real love connection, but Lilith is currently carrying Lucifer's unborn son, which will no doubt come into play down the line.
Keeping the throne warm for your little brother.
So, is there hope for a Part 5? Unfortunately, Netflix announced in July that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina had been canceled, making Part 4 the end for good.
It's not like you'll never see me again.
Do you think Sabrina and Nick have a future together? And does Sabrina actually deserve the throne of hell, or should it go to Lucifer's biological son? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.